Greetings, salutations, and hello. Welcome back to Blue Ridge Survivor for our second season. Blue Ridge Survivor, Gold River. This season, 20 new players will be testing their abilities and battling it out for the title of the second ever Blue Ridge Soul Survivor. Who will redeem the crown? Only time will tell. As with Season 1, the landscape of the Blue Ridge Parkway will be where we have this season's festivities. This season is mining themed. Expect gemstone references, mineral references throughout the entirety of the season. I do want to thank all of production and all of the players for making this weekend the spectacular time that it truly was. Throughout this footage, you may see certain times where you see people with purple buffs. Those people are members of production. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the first episode of the season. I just want you all to know that I'm incredibly thankful and proud of every single one of you for being here. Probably for every single one of you to a degree there has been anxiety about this moment, but you're all here now and that's something to be proud of. So regardless of what happens, you should all be very proud for showing up here. I genuinely appreciate you all. Regardless of how this all goes, we're all family. We'll probably all never be in the same area at the same time all together again beyond this weekend. So let's cherish every moment regardless of your placement and what happens to you in this game. True. We'll start off with some introductions from the players.
My name is Megan Absher. I am from just north of Orlando, Florida. I am 48. And fun fact about me is that I will do things that scare me 3 times to make sure that I'm scared.
That's
So by doing that, I jumped out of a plane for the first time, terrified, jumped out of it the second time, terrified, third time still terrified, but now I'm certified to jump out of a plane by myself. Woo!
So I play online games all the time, and as an English teacher, I know that words have meaning. The problem is that you miss half the meaning when you play online because they're just words on a sheet of paper as opposed to being able to play and get your intonation, your facial expressions when you're talking. So you could be like, hey girl, nice dress. And you could be like, hey girl, nice dress. And it means 2 different things. And you can't get that online. You can only do it here.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm Rafa Cruz. I'm 27 from Beaufort, Georgia, which is like an hour outside of Atlanta. Fun fact about me, my fiance thinks I'm on a no technology retreat right now. She's a big Survivor fan. I'm not as big of a Survivor fan, but I'm doing this as like I'll show her this before the wedding type thing.
Aww.
So she was always like, oh, you do so good at that, blah, blah, blah. And she doesn't know that I'm here, so this is what I'm here for.
I'm playing this game because I love Survivor. It's been something that's been a part of my life since I was 14. Been training for it. I've been basically studying the game for a long time, so I'm ready when I play, and this is my first remnants of playing it, so I want to play to win.
Hey guys, I'm Abby. I'm from Hendersonville, North Carolina, 34. Fun facts, I'm obsessed with my 2 orange cats, and I just got married in April at a summer camp wedding.
I'm a huge Survivor fan, and it's just fun to kind of see how you yourself would do when put in those circumstances. Wanted to come out here, have a fun time, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, make new friends, and see if I can make it far.
Hi y'all, my name is Sam. I'm 33 from Harrisonburg, Virginia. I work as a career advisor at a university. My fun fact is my hidden talent is I'm really good at the claw arcade machine game.
Really? Nice. Demo TV.
I've always been a huge fan of Survivor. I would watch it growing up. Survivor used to come on Thursday night, and like Thursday night homework was always like a practice spelling test, but my mom and I would get in like huge fights because I just wouldn't want to talk. about the show, and so I think Survivor's the reason I can't spell, but that's totally okay.
I'm Maddie. I'm 27. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm a Gemini. No, some of us discussed zodiacs earlier. My fun fact is I'm a singer-songwriter and a charcuterie artist.
Oh yeah, I played a few Survivors before, but never like this long and this intense, and I've heard really good things. I just like to come out here and prove to myself like things that I didn't think I could do as possible.
Hi y'all, I'm Rye, I'm 25, from Washington DC. I work as a tour guide, so like I'm a professional yapper for a living.
Yeah.
And my fun fact is I'm obsessed with ancient archaeology, so in like my free time I travel to like ancient archaeological sites over the world.
I think I'm a tour guide. You know, that like was my job, but my job is kind of like, tourism like doesn't exist in DC this year, which is bad, and my city is like kind of not doing great, and it's where I'm from, and my dad died last year, and we had to sell my childhood home. I can't afford rent, so I might be homeless in 2 months, so we're figuring shit out. I also just got like rejected right before I came out here, so like I come into this game having like the worst mental state that I've been in a while. So we're doing great, basically, is the moral of the story. I think a nice relaxing week of challenges, paranoia, and no sleeping is definitely going to be what I need, and I actually legitimately mean that.
Hi everybody, my name's Zach. I'm also from Hendersonville, North Carolina. My fun fact is that I have been a raft god on 3 different continents. I also got married at a summer camp wedding, and I also have 2 orange cats.
No way!
I just want to let you all know, my wife is over there. Her name's Abby, and I just want to let you know that we both are huge fans of Survivor. We fully intend on playing our own game, and we really appreciate you guys both giving us the chance to play our own game.
Nice.
I've been a fan of Survivor since the first season came out, and I have always wanted to go on and challenge myself and put myself in a first-person perspective of how a game would be run, and here we are.
I don't have a life here. Hi guys, my name is Jason. I am 28 years old from the suburbs of Philadelphia. I am a TV producer for QVC, which is a home shopping network. And a fun fact about me is on the side about once a month, I do ringside camera and I sometimes direct for independent pro wrestling.
I love Survivor, and I love playing the games online, but also recently I haven't had as much time to play the games online, so I was trying to figure out a way to like not only get my fix of playing Survivor, but also kind of bring in that social element, and that's when I found these LRGs. And so this is actually my 3rd game, and I love it so much. I love meeting people from all different walks of life that you would never meet them in any other way, and we get this awesome, beautiful experience on this campground, and in the midst of it all, I get to play one of my favorite games, so I couldn't be more excited to be here.
What's up everybody? My name's Keenan Lucas. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I work as a delivery driver, delivering industrial supplies to several construction sites and warehouses. The fun fact about me, I have synesthesia. So we had that discussion earlier about math textbooks and what color binary they are. And despite living a few hours away from a popular surfing spot in Canada, I have never surfed in my life.
I've actually done a few of these games before, and I'm lying to these people that I've never done it before. I have. I'm a little scared people are catching on, so that's a little scary for me. But you know what? I'm having a blast out here, though.
Hi everyone, I'm Courtney, I'm 30 years old, and I live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I work as a social worker. My fun fact is I used to be a semi-pro bowler, and I've come first in state out of over 200 girls. So yeah.
What compelled me to play this game is that I am a very competitive person. I love to play games, and I just have always enjoyed being involved in things like this.
Hey everybody, I'm John, I'm 40, I'm from Chicopee, Massachusetts, the non-Boston part of the state. I am a special needs teacher working with life skills, middle school age life skills kids. Fun fact about me, I got to play Mr. Krabs in a community theater production of SpongeBob the Musical.
Money, say money, money, money.
I'm here to to play the game that I love, Survivor. That's why I'm out here today. Wanted to do the best that I can and prove to people that I can actually hoof it and be a badass while I'm out here.
Hey everyone, my name is Cody. I live in Montezuma, Georgia. Not much going on there. But fun fact about me, I have like 7,000 songs in my playlist. So, I mean, I like music. I do a bunch of stuff like football, basketball, that stuff too, but yeah, that's about it.
You know, my kindness is not necessarily weakness. They could be a benefit to me, but also I still can think about who else is lying. So, you know, there's that.
Hi everybody, my name's Tyler Carroll. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm a pharmacist. I think a fun fact about me is that even though I work in a sciencey job, I fully buy into paranormal everything. I very much love it, and my tribe will probably hear about this later because I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm 100% convinced that I have had a paranormal encounter.
I'm very excited to play this game. The biggest reason I really wanted to do it is mostly honestly just to prove it to myself that I could do something like this. I don't think by any means I'm like a survivalist or super good at being outdoors all the time, but I'm really excited to, you know, dip my toes in, hopefully do really well, prove something to myself, and maybe people who watch this, who knows.
Hi, I'm Emma. I'm an actor, but you can call me a bartender for short. I just lived in New York. Oh, this could be my fun fact. I'm moving in Wisconsin now because I'm moving to LA in October. So I'm gonna be a bohemian.
I met my friend Xander at a Survivor bar in New York, and he played this game, and he told me that it was like an experience of a lifetime, and that I should come out here, and he really thinks it'd be good for me to just like grow as a person, and I agreed, so I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm gonna come out.
I am Brian, I'm 51, I am from Buffalo, New York. I'm a worker there. I go home visits to at-risk children. And a fun fact about me, I think it's mostly that I constantly think of fun facts about me, and I can't decide which one to say, but I guess right now I'll go with I was in the Pro Tour for Magic the Gathering in 2000.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
My theme song is Shining Happy People to remind me the best parts about me, remind me like what I'm here for, that we're all going to get back to, you know, enjoying each other's company no matter what happens. We all hope, and I'm manifesting that. And as an extra bonus, like with gold being a part of the theme to the camp here, gold and silver shine is in the song. You're welcome.
All right, hey everybody, my name is Sophie Andrews. I'm 25. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina. Yes, one small fact about me, I'm getting married in March, which is very exciting. My lovely fiance Bryce. And then my fun fact is that I have 5 pets. So I've got a dog, 3 cats, and a bearded dragon.
The strengths that I think I bring as an individual, I think I'm a strong leader. I think I am a good cheerleader. I think I can cheer people up as needed, and I think I'm very much a mom friend, so I think I'm very prepared for anything needed.
Hi everyone, my name is Shay. I'm 19, I'm from Elkin, North Carolina, and a fun fact about me is I'm not very good at it, but I like to golf. My motivation for playing Blue Ridge is obviously to win, but I also just really wanted to come to make new friends and meet new people, because I feel like in such a small town I don't really meet a lot of new people from a bunch of different places.
Hello, I am Yanae Gibson. I am 31 years old. Fun fact about me is that I have 4 matching tattoos, and I'm always down to get a matching tattoo.
Yeah, my husband Darnell played in the first season, and I want to beat him, so that's why I'm here.
Alright, hey, I'm Josh Roods, I'm 27 years old, I'm an audiologist. My fun fact is that I'm very hard of hearing, so don't talk behind my back.
I've watched for such a long time. I always wanted to put myself in their shoes, challenge myself. I just want to see how well I'll do. I think I'm a pretty social and physical guy, so I want to put all those skills to the test. So.
Alright, so the 20th player shall remain a mystery for now.
My strengths are I'm definitely social. I enjoy art and definitely crafty. And I'm okay with puzzles. Sometimes it's not like, it depends on what the puzzle is, I guess. I've never played a live game, so I don't exactly know what my strengths exactly will be with the challenges yet.
The next thing that happened was the players were assigned their tribes. This season, the tribe names would be based off of gemstones. The green tribe would be called Malachite. The blue tribe, Azurite. Here is who ended up on each tribe.
No, it's absolutely. I think it was split up pretty evenly too, but I like this tribe a little bit better.
We are definitely a little bit stronger, I think.
I think so.
And Brian, you say you know one or two people good at the puzzles, yourself included.
Yeah, I know I'm using the puzzles. Yeah, I thought it would be you. I was guessing.
Did anybody? Because I didn't.
Try and go.
First impressions on the tribe mates, they're all pretty cool people. I like Rafa a lot. He's a very, very determined guy. I'd like to go far in the game with him. I hope he's true to me.
So I feel like I have a trusting face, even though they probably shouldn't trust me. I've told everybody that I'm here because my fiance is a big fan. They don't know that I'm probably the biggest Survivor fan here.
People that know Survivor challenges, like, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm sure they're going to throw some curveballs at us in terms of challenges too that we've never seen either. So.
Brian I like quite a lot, but when I was interested in talking game a little earlier, he was kind of shut me down. I don't like being shut down. Oh, we'll have to see what happens there. But no, I like Brian. He's pretty witty, pretty funny. A little bit of a vulnerable guy too. We got Zach. We know he's married to Abby from the other side. He was very open about that. He said individual games, but something to keep our minds open to. If you talk strategy with him, he'll say, nope, not yet. No. Maddie seems pretty cool, pretty enthusiastic. Never seems to be in a bad mood. Courtney is a quirky one. She's done these things before. I've actually never seen a game with Courtney in it. John, I did see his season of Surviving Maine. I'm pretending like I don't know shit about it. Yanae seems very enthusiastic. There's an opportunity to have a few more one-on-ones with her. It'd be really cool. Oh, now we have Shay. She seems kind of a unique one. I think there's a potential she could be the first boot. And the only reason I say that is because I don't want it to be me. Sam seems like a nice guy. Seems like not too talkative though. Overall, I think it's a good tribe.
Keenan was rubbing a couple of people the wrong way. This is really hard right out the gate. But see if we can tone him down and rein him in.
And I'm good at giving directions. Like if somebody's blindfolded, I know how to do that.
I think we have a really good cohesive group. Everybody's good at something, and so I don't feel like we're gonna have many issues within our group.
I love all of my tribe pretty much. I really get along with all the girls on there, and I think everybody overall is very sweet. Everybody is honest and is opening up about a lot of different things in their life, and I think it's just cool that everyone's really open with each other.
Great time again, you guys. Oh, we're gonna do it again. Hold on, we're gonna do it again.
Don't play different things.
I'm so glad I'm on the fun track.
So my first impressions of my tribe mates, they are absolutely fantastic. I'm bunking with Tyler and Emma. We had a great time. Everybody got to kind of bond last night. We stayed up late kind of just getting to know each other a little bit, which was super fun.
Who heard it was a word thing? I thought we all heard that. I did not hear that. Okay, I might have made that up. Oh, okay. So wait a minute.
I think everyone's vibing. I particularly would like to work with Emma and Rai.
Body of Sudoku puzzle.
Sudoku?
I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
The Malachite tribe is awesome. Legitimately, when Logan picked our tribes, I was thinking to myself, like, these are everybody I want to work with, and everyone I don't want to work with is on the other tribe.
Body and you like, I don't even know what that means. No, you don't. No, you don't.
They're all lying. I hear it.
I don't necessarily have any negatives for my tribe so far. It's only been night 1, but there are definitely people who I have really connected and bonded with, so I'm really, really excited about that.
My original reactions to my tribe is I kind of love the green tribe. We're kind of killing it. Like, we got good vibes. So right off the bat, I'm next to Megan while we're sitting in the chairs, and Megan, like, every single time somebody gets onto her tribe, she's like, yes, I wanted this person, or no, I didn't want this person. And like at the end of it, she's like, we got almost everybody in their group, and I was like, I don't know what that means. No clue, no idea, but sure, let's go with it.
Do I have a Wisconsin accent?
Wait,
yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
What? I lived in New York for 5 years.
Listen,
like, it was normal.
wasn't long enough.
It wasn't long enough.
Malachi is superior. I love Malachi. I think we're gonna win every single immunity challenge, and we're never gonna have to vote anyone off. But I really am vibing with Abby, Rye, Jason, and Josh. So we kind of had a little talk last night, and I really like them as like a group.
I'm only hearing it now because someone said it, so now I'm searching for it.
Yeah, search for it. Tell me if you find it.
Everybody's vibing. The whole team is really on high spirits, and I actually really love it. Like everybody, it's going to be a very tough situation if we do have to actually vote. Like I have no idea who I would vote for.
I've had small things with a few people, like I talked to Rye last night and he's like, oh, I feel good with you, do you feel good with me? And I'm like, yeah, of course, which I'm going to say it to everybody who asked me that, but I do feel good with Rye. And then, you know, Sophie and Emma and I talked a little bit because we're sharing the cabin last night, but it wasn't super game heavy stuff. It was mostly just like, we should communicate with each other if things pop up moving forward vibe.
I love everybody on my tribe. Honestly, as the names were getting called out, I was fingers crossed that I would be on the Malachite because everybody just gives off really good vibes, and that's continued well into getting to know each other the rest of the night. So yeah, I'm super excited to be on this tribe.
Another of the Night Zero festivities are a word challenge, in which the tribes would divide themselves into 5 different pairs of 2. Each of the pairs that won would win extra rations for their food supply.
That is the final round, so you're done. Nice. Back to camp. Great job. We got crackers.
We got oranges! I guess that's what they are. I don't freaking know. We got a breakfast granola. Awesome. Yeah. We got peanut butter. We got peanut butter. Holy cow, that was so close. So close. Good job, you guys.
In the end, Azurite won 3 of the face-offs and Malachite won 2. For the final activity of Night Zero, tribes would compete individually amongst themselves. They would be asked a series of questions that deal with mining and gemstones. The goal is to answer as many questions correctly as possible.
To be clear with what's about to happen, this is a challenge where you're competing against one another, not the other tribe, okay? What's at stake here is essentially something that we're going to refer to as like the immunity amulets, or if you're familiar with Survivor, a Guatemala idol. What that is you won't know who wins at the end of this, but at your first tribal that you attend as a tribe, one of you, beginning of tribal, will be given an immunity necklace. That player cannot have votes cast for them at the first tribal that this tribe attends. So winning this challenge gives you that right and guarantees you will not be the first player eliminated from the game. I'll say 3, 2, 1, reveal your answer. When I say that, we're not going to confirm what the correct answer was. You're not going to have any idea about any of these answers. You will not know who wins. Question 1.
is the softest gemstone according to Mohs hardness scale? Is it A, tall, B, garnet, C, amber, or D, aquamarine? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Alright, please keep your answers up. Make sure we all see who's getting it correct. Question 2, true or false? A true pearl is one of only 3 gemstones that is produced from a living organism. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Which of the following is considered to be the rarest gemstone on Earth? A, diamonds, B, painite, C, alexandrite, or D, hiddenite? 3, 2, 1, reveal. What U.S. state did the first ever recorded gold rush occur? Is it A, North Dakota, B, North Carolina, C, Colorado, or D, California? 2, 1, reveal. True or false? Tanzanite is found in only one place in the world. Halong Bay, Vietnam.
At least we don't have to do good, we just have to do better than each other.
What is the chemical symbol for gold? Is it A, GD, B, CH, C, AU, or D, FN? 3, 2, 1, reveal. According to Mohs hardness scale, what is the hardest gemstone known to exist? Is it A, ivory, B, onyx, C, beryl, or D, diamond?
I feel like we're all doing great.
I am not feeling the same.
I'm a teacher. I should have studied for this test.
In terms of gold, what specifically is the word carat used to measure? A, the density of gold. B, the value of gold. C, the depth in which the gold was found. Or D, the purity of gold. 3, 2, 1, reveal. What is the atomic number for gold? Remember, it's the closest without going over. What is the atomic number for gold?
I have no idea. So you don't look at mine as any sort of reference.
The results from this challenge would be revealed at each tribe's first tribal council. And with that, the festivities from Night 0 have been covered. The players will spend the rest of the evening getting to know one another as we embark onto the first official day of the game in the morning.
Animals.
Okay.
This is a good one. Okay, I'll start. Okay. We'll start with koala.
Okay.
If you say ah, is that your answer?
Yeah.
Does that
Do you
count?
know an animal named I'm not so much great in the group dynamic, but I think sometimes it actually works in my favor because, you know, the expression like the tallest weed is always the one that gets chopped. I think in the group I'm never going to stand out as like the biggest personality, which is good for me because I will still all be able to rely on my one-on-one connections.
Rat.
Iguana.
You're out of here.
I kind of vowed to be always honest. You know, as a kid, like growing up, I was like, you know what? I don't even really need to lie. And you know, it's pretty pointless, so I usually ruin things by doing that. So just 100% honesty, which may or may not come to bite me in the end.
Off the bat, the person who I connect the most with is Abby. Abby is a fun firecracker full of energy. She's like who I want to be when I grow up. Everything that she says, like, I want to do.
And you say a word in that category that matches the vibe of the person you were assigned. And we'll do multiple rounds, and then we all have to guess, like, who each person was.
I think some of my strengths are my social game, generally being like fun to be around, and also my intuition. I am pretty good at picking up on kind of who's vibing and maybe where there are connections and where there are breaks.
I think Megan has like formed some alliance in her head without telling anybody. And I'm part of it, which is good. So I think I really trust Megan, but I'm getting the vibe that not everybody else does. It feels like she's very direct and abrasive, maybe running some people the wrong way. So I would love to work with her, because again, I don't care if she's good at Survivor or not. I just want people who want to work with me, and that's her. So I would love for Megan to work with me.
Because I'm a teacher, my talking comes off as bossy or mom or something to that effect. So I'm trying to navigate that really delicate balance in this game to say, hey, let's get everybody together because we're not doing the thing we're supposed to do, but still being able to be appropriate and fun, and yeah.
You got
Oh, I got one.
It's the I just said the word.
Okay.
I just said it.
It's okay, she'll get it.
Hang on,
Yeah,
give me a second.
I put a little bit too much pressure on myself sometimes. I get a little bit anxious sometimes. And I'm a little bit loud, so that can also be a weakness sometimes. So.
Oh, white.
Yeah,
there we go.
Eggshell.
Yes.
Lavender.
Oh.
We love each other as a tribe. Like, we're just never gonna go to tribal council. But yeah, it's a little bit of a wrench, like having Rachel come in so late. We want to make sure that we're like giving her the grace to like kind of like talk to us and get to know her. But you know, there is like the 14-hour difference, you know, of like just getting to know the tribe, and like we all got really close. It's kind of like if she were on exile for the first night, she just misses out on that bonding that was kind of important. But we'll see how it goes. We're just gonna keep winning because we love Malachi.
So here's the story. I don't think we're a love tribe, right? We're a love tribe. We're a love tribe.
Okay, so my strengths and my weaknesses are the same exact thing, and that is that I talk. I feel like I am a networker. I bring people together. I get information, but because I talk, people don't find me to be trustworthy. They're afraid that I'm going to talk too much.
We'll all say a different TV show. You'll say a TV show that fits her vibe.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then the person who I'm trying to get to, they have to, at the end, they have to try and, I have to get them to say that I was their person.
I think we just go around and guess.
Or like everybody. Yeah, like we guess. Like, oh, we think your person was her.
Usually pretty calm, cool, and collected. I think a lot of people need that. There's a lot of paranoia and anxiety when we're, on our way to tribal. So I think hopefully people will gravitate towards that. I think that's one of my major strengths there. I'm a bigger guy, so hopefully that, I don't know, maybe somebody will use me as a shield or just keep me in the game longer so I can kind of make those inroads with everybody. But I think that's where my strengths lie.
If you were specifically doing things that don't aid with survival, I think I would take a ukulele and learn how to play it.
Nice. Everyone would hate you.
That would be annoying.
If I hear the song Riptide one more time.
Didn't somebody
So I don't have anybody who I particularly dislike or anything like that. It seems like everybody is pretty open and wants to have a good time, which is super nice for a starting tribe, I think.
That's right. Ads are right. Fuck you.
I like ads are right. Your ads, right?
Ads right. Your ass right.
Chance gonna be hot to go when we're there.
Yeah, you gotta be in front if we walk in a straight line.
And I know I'm a social butterfly, so I know that like physically and socially I'll do really well, so I don't want to seem like I'm that big strategically, even though, so on the surface it looks like I'm not playing the game, but in my head I'm playing it nonstop, full throttle.
I was in college, I had a radio show called the J Money Show. So I started off every show with, if you know wrestling at all, Shane McMahon's entrance music, Here Comes the Money. And I would always play that. So that's become my entrance music anytime anybody wants to call me J Money.
Yeah, okay, what is it again?
As a rightful day and night, as a right, we're out of sun, or we see the light, we see the light. I think that's a mathematic.
I'd say one of my weaknesses is probably going to be, if I do make it towards the end of the game, it's probably going to be like how strategic I am with things, because I don't really know like how to play the game. I kind of just feel like I'm going to go with it. So if I have to make any like strategic moves, I feel like I'm not going to be very good at that.
Alright, everybody.
As we're right, we're out of sight. As we're right, we're scared to fight.
Okay, I can even tell y'all that was the wrong part.
I mean, if there's a running portion, like, does anybody want?
I'll run.
Yeah, we've got run.
Just making sure. Okay.
My biggest strengths are puzzles. Put a puzzle in front of me, I'm going to do my damnedest to try and solve it. Weaknesses is, I mean, I'm a bigger guy, so I mean running. I mean, I'll run for you, especially you put the goal and maybe even food in front of me. If you ask me to hold something, try and do something as long as I can. I'm a stubborn ass. I'm from Massachusetts. There's a reason that we're called massholes. So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just keep going till the bitter end.
Like, I don't know. I was gonna say, like, the more simple it is, the easier it is for us to remember it, and the more definitive it is. If we're all over the place doing different things, they're gonna be like, oh, they're not choreographed, they don't know.
Well, we've had our cabins a little bit divided by genders, so I tried to play something along those lines earlier. Like, I tried just saying, you know what, the 6 guys are on one side, we have the numbers. Try playing to that, and you know what, people didn't bite. I think it's silly. When someone gives you an opportunity, you take it.
So I really like our tribe so far. I was manifesting blue the whole day. I really wanted blue as my favorite color. A lot of the people that I really wanted to work with are in this tribe, so I'm feeling good. Feeling a little strange about maybe hearing something about a certain someone wanting to get the girls out, because we are down in numbers. So we'll see how that plays out later.
Really do love my tribe. I have already heard that one of our tribe mates has immediately said, it's 6 against 4, let's get the girls out. And so, Keenan is now my target.
Everyone's saying, wait till we lose immunity to start talking about names. But do you really want to be someone out just in the dust? No, like, do you want that? Like, you want to get a little bit of the plotting done a little sooner, because then when it's time to plot, you're not going to know what to do, because you've never done it.
We could bash them though and be like, Mennonites prepare to fight, and then be like, where's your Mennonites?
With your horse and buggies.
Well, your tribe's really promiscuous.
Like everyone else is like, we have not green mail, you have to suffer with KT mail. Didn't do that. Who would love to read the KT mail?
It's not tree mail.
Oh, got it.
No, it's actually dar mail.
Dar mail. Okay. All right.
I love that.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It's laminated. It's super fancy.
For the first time, immunity will be up for grabs.
By the Gold River, you will meet with elimination looming. It could be your torch snuffed if you suffer defeat.
If you don't want to be the first one out, be as clever as a fox
and as swift as one too. Aim confidently for victory, and avoiding tribal is what you'll do.
Yo, we're doing it. We're here.
Okay, here we go. All right.
As we're right, we're out of sight. As we're right, we'll day and night. As we're right, we see the light. Fallon Kite, prepare to fight.
I guess so. I don't know.
I'm the caboose.
For the first immunity challenge of the season, the tribes would break into 3 separate groups of 3. The first of these groups, the runners, would be responsible for retrieving 25 puzzle pieces one at a time and delivering them to the second group, the solvers. The solvers will then use these 25 puzzle pieces to build a standing puzzle atop the cinder block. Lastly, once the puzzle is completed, the final group of the throwers will throw sacks at the puzzle pieces, attempting to knock all 25 pieces off of the cinder block. The first tribe to finish will win the first immunity of the season. The runners for Malachite will be Emma, Jason, and Cody, and for Azurite, Courtney, Zach, and Keenan. The solvers will be Rye, Sophie, and Tyler for Malachite, and Brian, Yanae, and John for Azurite. Lastly, the throwers, Abby, Josh, and Megan for Malachite, Shay, Sam, and Rafa for Azurite. Since Rachel has still not arrived to the game, Maddie will sit out to even the numbers for both tribes. For what it's worth, by the end of this challenge, Rachel finally does arrive to the game.
That's the first community challenge, and we've been blessed with rain. Yeah! Woo! So it's a little sprinkle, at least it's not like yesterday. For the first immunity challenge, 3, 2, 1, go!
Zach and Emma, the first out to collect puzzle pieces. Keenan has a bit of a head start. Let's see if Jason can make up some time. 24 pieces still to be collected. Courtney and Cody out on the course now to collect the third puzzle piece for each tribe.
Good job. On the ground, on the ground, on the ground. Yeah, Courtney! Yeah, Courtney!
Azurite is in the lead, and this challenge is clearly taking its toll on Cody. Azurite is now a full person ahead of Malachi.
You got it, you got it, you got it!
That would be me all the way.
Let's go, Zach.
Let's go. Nice. Way to go. Hey, don't shake your head. Don't shake your head.
No, we're doing awesome.
We're doing awesome. Cody, don't push yourself so hard. We can make it up, okay?
Exhaustion at its peak for Cody.
Cody, you okay?
Donna, Cody.
Sit down. Sit down.
Cody, are you okay?
After nearly collapsing, Cody is pulled from the rest of the challenge. The challenge must continue with Azurite only having 2 puzzle pieces left, while Malachite has 4.
That's a warrior right there. We got 2 more. Oh, we got 2 more. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Got it. Hallelujah, baby.
Azurite now has all 25 puzzle pieces and may begin assembling their puzzle. Malachite trying to stay in it with only 2 pieces left to collect.
Where's the other pieces? This is got the B.
Jason!
Nice job, Jason. Come on, you got it.
No.
Finish strong. Finish strong. Good job, Jason.
All right, y'all. Let's go.
Malachite has also finished collecting their puzzle pieces. Both tribes now on the puzzle.
Oh, that's it. So we got, this looks like an L here. This is the G and the E, the bottom of it for the bottom.
Once they think they have it, they'll need to stand it vertically atop the cinder blocks and get it checked by a production member. Once they're given the go-ahead, the throwers may start trying to knock it down.
This, maybe.
Probably a mountain range.
Oh, I was so true about it.
So let's build a mountain. Is there a mountain going to be on top or bottom?
It looks like it's still might go up.
Yeah, something goes up.
Yeah, it was.
No, go back. You had it.
No,
No, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, fill it up.
Okay. Here, hand me pieces. I'll keep stabilizing. Come on, y'all, right now. We got this.
Malachite has caught back up, and at this point, we're pretty much tied.
I'm doing it upside down.
You're doing good.
Check!
That's right.
All right, go!
Not correct.
Malachite was correct. Azurite still has a couple of issues. Azurite trying to stay in this and complete their puzzle. Malachite only needs to knock the rest of their pieces off of the blocks to secure immunity.
So close.
But there was something in there.
Oh yeah, it is upside down. Okay.
Yeah, they messed up on their puzzle. You got days.
So close.
Nice! Good hit!
Jack, set it still on first. We're almost there. Nice, so close.
Almost there.
Jack, you're correct.
Azurite can now start throwing.
Let's go! Now they're feeling You're all over.
Nice! Okay.
So good.
Hey, that's right on it. That's okay.
Eight left. Just over. Nope. Oh.
Have it. I'm not good at that. Sorry.
Let's see what works for you. We got this.
Oh, so close, Josh!
Right here.
Run!
Right here. Got it. That's it. There's the way down. All right. Oh shit, that was awesome.
Hell yeah, guys. Good job.
Oh yeah, Rachel.
I told you I was humble.
That was awesome.
I got this, son. I'm gonna get you under your arm.
Okay, Cody? Malachite has won the first immunity You will have your first tribal council. I'm going to send y'all back to the Azurite tent, and you'll be able to start socializing as soon as you get back.
So we just won immunity. Super exciting. I threw the winning little beanbag toss. Woo! After I just said that I was a softball player and I missed every single one of those football balls.
Ryan. I thought it was good. That's my one contribution to society. Y'all are all going at it.
We won. Go Team Malachite. It was a very challenging challenge. I guess that's the whole point of it. I feel like that's a pretty good start for us. So.
And you guys, these cooling racks can just be like re-wet and used all weekend long. I'm just glad we have them, but this is exactly what I'm looking for. So we can use them as needed. If anybody's getting too hot, let us know. I literally have 3 of them, and they're like kind of long, so you can wear them around your neck like a hat.
You can also wear them down your back.
Oh, I wish, but I used to put these in like a freezer.
What am I supposed to be confessing again? Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. And oh, have I sinned. No, I'm just kidding. I was nervous there at the end. We were gonna give up the lead, but we came through. So I think everyone's feeling really good that we don't have to vote anyone off right now.
We were just talking like how, you know, we feel good about, and I said, obviously you. Yeah.
You really like your badge. We kicked ass on the puzzle. We did so good. So we too.
I do too. Yeah, that's what I pretty much told you. It's like who are the people you vibe the most with, and like I think of everyone I think, but like Sophie and Emma are so easy to talk to.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I agree that you are as well. I like it a lot too.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Sophie and Bri did so good on that puzzle too. And I can't believe we beat them at it, and like we really beat them at the puzzle. I was like, what happened over there? Jeez, like, because those people didn't look like slouches. Like, I'm sure they're good at puzzles, so I'm just like, dang, we just got it. We just clicked with us somehow. I don't know. And I'll be honest, we went in there and I was like, I don't think we're gonna win this. Like, especially once Cody went down. Oh my God, it was scary. It was so scary.
Cody was running like his biscuits were burning, is what my grandma would say. Right, he was running like his biscuits were burning, and he really kind of burned himself out. So we're just hoping that he feels better about things.
Here I am, resurrected. I was dead for a moment, not literally, but you know, I kind of felt like I was dying. I'm rejuvenated. I got an orange in my belly. Thank you so much to all my teammates, you know, my tribe mates. They cared for me. They had compassion.
Like, you could probably see it on my face if you could see it. I think my face probably went like, I think I felt like I was about to like fall to my knees, which feels a little selfish because Cody was literally on his knees. Poor guy. I'm happy he's doing better now.
Holy shit, my legs need a nice rest after that. And we lost.
I don't feel like we should get rid of a runner because we got ahead for everybody. We started it and we got us into a good position. I don't think any runner should go up.
Which?
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is really tough.
It's been a wild round. Started with one name, but Keenan earned his stripes, I guess, according to some people, with the run. So then it reflected over to Shane in terms of challenge performance. Yeah, I gotta get up back. I would. Most of my that's kind of what I saw in this. I was surprised I'm actually here.
Yeah. I think it should be like those two because they weren't playing their weight in the
crazy, man. I mean, in the time that we walked back from the challenge, like, names flipped every 30 seconds, every minute. And, like, yeah, I brought up some names, and I brought up people that were not producing in the challenge.
Off the top of my head, I can't do math, can't spell, not a great runner. And I think I can overthink things, or when I played some of these like online games, I think I've gotten like let the game overwhelm me and not know how to get out of like kind of that like functional freeze. So I think just continue to push myself and not just accept what's happening are things I'm trying to like keep in mind.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I heard Shay and then Keenan just went John.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I don't feel great because again, I feel like you usually play Shay, like the same reason you got out Shay, then you there because I get knocked down and get blocked from there. So that's what I'm just concerned about is I'm hearing a lot of like we're not gonna. There's a lot of people who are taking people like off the table.
Yeah.
So then it just feels like that. Like my game gets higher up there. And immediately they were throwing out challenge performance as a reason for people to go home, and there were people that they were taking off the table, so the runners weren't off the table, were taken off the table, so then challenge performance came down to Danae, Shay, and myself, so that's not a great feeling. I've heard my name is out there, it's not out there, I am getting votes, I'm not getting votes.
I'm funny, you know, I like to make people laugh, I like to bring people closer together, I like to create a vibe. It's a little, oh goodness, I see people talking over there, why not? Hope they're not plotting against me.
In the group, I said, I'm thinking about the future of the game, even if I don't.
Yes,
He is going to win
what I
this
was saying.
challenge.
Like, we keep him until we don't need him anymore, or he like stirs more shit up. Can I curse?
I think that would be
The world's your oyster.
cool.
You had to choose which the name that I've heard the most, and I just want to be on the same page with other people, is your name. But at the same time,
Because I was hearing a little more. Yeah.
and I think both of them equally weren't really contributing in the challenge.
No, agreed.
At least from what I heard that mainly you and Brian did the puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get Keenan on eventually. But I'm okay to wait until the next challenge.
Yeah.
But if you guys want all the challenges, I don't care.
I just feel like if everyone's trying to like base off challenge performance, I feel like I've heard different iterations of all three.
I want to say, like, I know my name's out there, but also, like, at tribal, if we, like, stand up and, like, try to, like, defend ourselves or something before, I'm going to bring up the fact that what we did last night that we won at was completely different from what I did today, and we were good at it.
Absolutely.
And, like, I don't want to just base that off of that thing. Like, some people brought stuff last night and didn't do anything today. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But also, I was throwing them, like, fast and hard because Rafa was behind me. And he was better, and I wanted to get the beanbags back to him. So I didn't take my time on the throws. But people are still putting me.
Yes. I'm being honest.
I know. It's just, it's the.
There's no like at some point like you gotta be.
I
can't. I'm not gonna be.
appreciate
I'm not gonna be like straight up to your face right now. Like moment one being like.
I prefer to know what I'm walking into.
Yeah.
And I told Shay, like straight to her face, I'm voting for you. And I hope that was received well. Because all I can do is be a man of my word right now. Will I be a man of my word throughout the entire show? I can't be, because that doesn't end how do you end up winning, which is in turn the long run. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I feel gross.
John was the first name that I heard when I had a conversation with someone. I heard, obviously I know people were probably just telling me that because they were throwing my name out too, but I also heard.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, people flop like 15 times in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is solid. And then,
like, nope.
Hey, by the way, so-and-so mentioned your name.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep you with your shoulder, Brian. It's not with your
No, I agree. I feel like my name's being mentioned. I feel like I'm aligned with the correct people. I feel like I'm talking to people who are also not getting
anyone talking about them. Yeah, they were mad about it. Overly people are trying to ship to other people, but people are saying no, and like that's, you know, she's fighting, but like I don't know who's listening.
Honestly, who knows how today is gonna go. There's so many names out.
I literally only threw the beanbag like hard because I was trying to pick them up for you because you were doing better.
Well, to be fair, like no one was super confident in the throwing, so like.
I just knew I was more confident in throwing than running.
Right.
Whatever, but.
We were close. It was hard. We also were behind when we started.
I don't want to put anybody's name down, but I more likely put Shay's. I know my name is also out there, so
I'm just like, I know everyone's saying it's like they're gonna vote me.
it's actually gonna be such a surprise. I think it's gonna be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
That would be insane. That'd be crazy.
We'll see how harmonious our tribe is.
Yeah, literally.
We'll see how many people are good at lying straight to my face.
The thing that Brian brought up is, like, we can all, as long as our names are not on the wall, like, there is going to be dysfunction, and I think that, like, after this vote, there is going to be more of, like, a divisiveness. Right now, it is chaotic. Like, we are all so chaotic.
Yeah. It is the first challenge, and I really hope that after this, we kind of get a little bit more congruent and we're working together a little bit better, so that each elimination moving forward is not this chaotic.
Zach pulled me aside right before here and said that he stopped the conversation when my name was thrown out there, so I want to believe him, but I still am expecting to get some votes.
What'd you say? Rolf acted like he wasn't just gonna vote solely off of today because I told him straight up. I was like, I know that I'm being mentioned, like, because of today. He didn't. Well, yes, he didn't tell me, but like everybody's been telling me that he was. I was going for John too because that's also the first name I heard from like literally all the guys in the same episode. He told me straight up before we even started throwing that if Rafa was going to be the better person, we should just throw the beanbags in closely in front of us, pick them up and hand them to him. Because Sam did not want to try that first, and that's why I'm shocked everybody was saying no before him. Because like he literally, that was his idea. And I'm not saying like I want Sam out, but like if you're gonna put me, then put Sam.
Oh, I've been told multiple people,
I did not. You can literally ask Shay. I walked in there to talk to Shay and the other girl, and I said your name was up first, and then Shay was a backup, and then Shay made a good point that nobody was bringing up Sam. And so I marched out and went and talked to a group of guys about Sam. So I was like, why are we putting two girls up if Sam also didn't feel this way? Like, if you want to go, like, we can go ask Shay. I'm being serious. I did not pull your name up first. I came into a group and they said, these are the people we don't feel pull their weight. And it was yours and Shay's. Okay. But when we were talking about it, all the girls in here, I went and started talking into the girls' defense. Okay. I swear up and down. Okay. Because I left the room and I said, I'm going to go and try to save our girl. And I walked around and talked to the guys. So we were just talking. So Renee was told that I was the one that initially brought up like her name. And I said that in our group we were talking about the people who weren't carrying their weight, and it was Renee and Shay. And we were talking about it, and you brought up Sam, and I was like, you're right, I have not heard Sam. And then I left, and I went to go and talk to your group about Sam.
Yeah. And
So they know now that it was not just me, because I'm saying that. Of course, if you look on my account, I'm going to try to tell them like something else that happened. Like I'm not just going to say that and go, oh yeah,
It's the first tribal council. Like, it's shit. It sucks. But like and like I also, and like I want to, I'm being forthcoming.
I mean, we're a very fluid tribe, so I'm like, this came was at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And then he was off the list.
Yeah.
And we all were like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think we can just do what's best for our people. Like, I think we know how to do that. People were talking about, I know people were talking about Shay. We actually came into this with, like most people, I thought, were talking about Keenan. But people were really impressed with not only his running, but like how much he seems to be like really into being all for our tribe.
Let me go back on something earlier, John. Oh my god. The fucker snored all night. It was just all night. I barely got sleep. Just. Oh. Man. His wife is a very, very patient woman.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but maybe not. It was bad. It took me out these hours. People actually leave at the same time.
Well, we don't really have there's another reason. Like, it's not just that. Like, you guys mentioned another reason. Like, I literally love all my girls over there, and like the guys. Like, I don't have a problem with any of them, but like also, all of y'all want to vote me out. So, yeah, I don't know.
He was the one who figured it out, that, like what we were doing wrong.
Okay.
I put it together mostly, but then like I did one little error, and he did find it eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hearing 3 majority names out there right now.
Okay.
I'm hearing that one.
Yeah.
I've got my name's testosterone. I've got his name's testosterone also.
Okay.
I felt bad that I lost.
It's okay. We came back for everything.
Exactly. And then, those are small pieces. All it takes is one really good throw. I mean, Rafa knocked down 17 of them at once. So
crazy.
There's been a lot happening. At least half the tribe's name have been thrown out there. I've been told mine's not out there. A lot of the names thrown out were based on performance, considering I didn't get a chance to compete. Hopefully that kept me safe. That's kind of what I was thinking when I sat out.
I feel like I don't really get to contribute at all. Yeah. So I feel bad.
Someone has to sit out. You can't get penalized for that.
Yeah. People do.
Yeah, it's fucking wrong.
Yeah.
So and Brian was on the bed. Brian was on the house on the futon. It took me like at least an hour to fall asleep.
What I think is going to happen is John's going out first. A lot of people see him as a big threat because he's done many Survivor challenges before. And even though he's a good puzzle person, we think that Sam could be strong to replace him. And it didn't help that he was snoring last night and kept us up for about an hour and a half.
The guys, Kevin said, like, snores a lot, and that kind of kept me up. Which is kind of a bad reason to eliminate someone, but we don't really have options. Everyone's so friendly and nice.
You're a little more comfortable with Shay.
I don't know.
We have a lot to discuss, but hey, we have.
I was like, with my name on the block, I actually am okay with everybody.
I have my name on the block too.
Yeah.
You and I get the
I'm one of 5 names that have been called Sam, John, me, and Shay. Those are the 5 that have been called. Before, and Shay said she could throw. She was adamant. Really dropped the ball. And, John, puzzles. He did get what was missing right on the puzzle, but your name didn't do anything wrong with the puzzle.
There's no like rules of like, there's nothing like that.
There's no guys.
There's nothing. I'm just from the female perspective,
if it's
I
6 to
hate seeing a
3.
female go in first.
We're trying to keep all the girls in the game for as long as possible, and so right now it's just trying to get some people to switch over because I think we just need 2 people to switch.
If that's what happens, that's what happens. But like, we are out.
We just want to make sure everybody's comfortable when you come back.
Yeah.
Whatever makes everybody feel
Okay, so
Ideally not one of us.
Of course not. Of course not. If it's between, if it comes down to
What I did find is something that's definitely not the idol, but I feel like I can use this later. I just found this on the ground. I don't think it's an idol. It didn't come with a note or anything. I feel like I can use this later. So it was just right here in the pond. I feel like I can use this to my advantage. It is an S, so I'm trying to think if I can think of something with an S that would be believable, like to steal a vote or
some kind of fake advantage to where I can use it to my advantage or something. So we'll see how this goes later.
Before Tribal, we do have one last piece of business to attend to. The twist for this season, the mining excursions. As the winners of the first immunity challenge, Malachite will be able to elect one of their members to go to a mining excursion. In addition to this, they will select one player from Azurite to join this player on the mining excursion.
You get to pick one player from your tribe who is about to go on a mining excursion. You also are responsible for picking one player from the other tribe to go on this mining excursion.
By picking somebody from the other tribe, does that mean they miss tribal council?
It does not.
Okay. What? Wait. So we're going before tribal?
You will.
Okay.
It's our choice for the other team to pick on you guys.
Well, how do we know?
Let's start here. Are there people over here that like want to go, that actively want to be chosen?
I would go.
So we'll send Emma.
Just because I'm wearing the shirt like this now.
Yeah, I think
give her screen time.
Yes.
I think maybe we want to bring somebody that like can give her information.
Yeah, like
Somebody who's gonna talk.
I think Shay. She's 19. Only 19.
She also seems a bit more reserved, so maybe she's.
She was talking to me before though.
She's
like,
we
we were talking.
kind of all talking before, so I feel like that.
I think Shay. I would be.
I think Shay is a good pick for this group because she's a chatter.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but she's a chatter.
Okay, Shay it is.
That's right. Please gather. Please gather. For winning the last immunity challenge, the Malachite tribe has earned the right to go on a mining expedition. They have chosen Emma to go on this mining expedition, and they have chosen one player from this tribe to join Emma. Emma, who has your tribe chosen to join you for the mining excursion?
Just Shay.
Shay, you are now going with Emma on the mining excursion, so come on over here.
I was just like kind of shocked that like Emma came over and she was like they collectively picked me to be the partner for the freaking excavation thing.
If they don't go John, it's gonna be me. Like if John somehow won the immunity thing from last night, then it's going to be me, and they've all told me that. So
Oh my god. So maybe this is what you need.
yeah, this is my last like adventure before Malachite.
No, shut up. Don't
Yeah,
say
that
that.
is.
After
I
John.
don't know exactly how many people are voting John out because my name was mentioned. Well, John's name is Keenan was mentioned first, and everybody talked him off the bottom of the list, like all the way to the bottom, and now I'm on the top, and like John's up there, but like some of the guys refused to vote John out.
Why?
They just like him. I don't know.
Dude, when I chose you, you were like stressed. I was like, uh-oh.
Wait, so did you guys have to pick as a group?
We picked as a group.
How
Yeah.
did you pick?
We were just like we feel like we want to talk to Shay. I feel like we had a good connection the first night, so I was like, we should talk.
It's like,
oh my god, I didn't know you would be on the, like,
it's
oh my god, what the heck?
This is like my last, like, this is probably like, I'm actually gonna get voted out.
No.
For the actual excursion, players will always go one at a time and select one of 14 different slots to excavate.
Welcome to Blue Ridge Survivor Mining Excursion.
Before you are a series of 14 different excavation sites.
While visiting the mines, you can choose one of the sites to dig up.
All 14 sites contain a single rare stone.
Each uncovered stone will be traded in immediately to claim its corresponding gift. Some stones are very precious and will award you 2 gifts upon unearthing it. Good luck and happy mining.
Did I just like digging it?
Yep, you're excavating it. Okay, perfect.
So pretty.
Let me see what this one is.
Oh, it's purple.
Okay. B1 is a Nutrigrain bar.
Hey, hell yeah!
I will deliver that to you at your tribe
Sick.
shortly, okay?
Period.
Do I get to keep
All right. No, you'll put it back on top. E2 is the pseudomorph advantage. So congratulations, you have won the pseudomorph advantage. Pseudomorph is the term given to a mineral that changes its form to appear as a different mineral. You have a chance to do that just now. Upon unearthing this rock, you have just minutes to choose if you want to swap tribes. If you choose to swap tribes, you will no longer be a member of your tribe and instead will move to the other tribe for the remainder of the pre-merge game. If you take this advantage, you will also be given an immunity amulet at your next tribal council. So, these two have just went on a mining expedition.
Each time a player visits the mining excursion, they have the opportunity to earn something for this game. Everybody unearths a precious gemstone that equates to a reward for whatever gemstone you unearth. Today's gemstone is something called the pseudomorph advantage. Pseudomorph is the term given to a material that can change its appearance to become another material. Shay has the option of mutinying from this tribe and joining the other tribe now. She's gonna let us know right now if she's decided to leave Azurites and join Malachites. Shay, will you be leaving your tribe and joining Malachites?
Yes.
If she's decided to leave Azurites and join Malachites. You do not need your torch for now. You can give me your blue buff. You're no longer a member of Azurite. Your green buff will be delivered soon. Go with Emma, your new tribe mate, back to Malachite now. Hi, Malachite. For the rest of you, let's get your torches lit because we're about to go to Tribal Council.
I was digging up a rock. Basically, I am switching tribes and I'm getting an immunity at the next tribal.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
intense. You're
Yeah.
switching tribes.
Yeah.
Was that your decision?
Yeah.
Welcome to the first Tribal Council of the season. One of the 9 of you will have the unfortunate distinction of being the first player voted out of the game. To be clear, obviously all players go to Redemption Island, and there will be at least one opportunity to rejoin the game. So whomever this is, please don't feel discouraged and recognize that there's still a lot of games left to be played. The first order of business is which one of you won the opening challenge. Whoever it is, during this tribal will get to wear this necklace, meaning they cannot be voted out. Person who won the opening challenge, and it's safe for this particular tribal, is Zach. Zach, please come up. There you go. Congratulations. This tribal votes cannot be cast for Zach. Anyone else is fair game. At the end of the tribal, you'll return the necklace because it only helps you for this tribal.
I'm shook. Like, I did not put myself. I told a lot of y'all, like, I cheated. Like, I was looking to see what squares, like, if there was an A on like the side of it, I would put an A on the side until I realized that the cubes were different, and I only figured that out halfway through. I think that any time that you go to a community or a tribal council, you need immunity. Like, I think every single person here thinks that they have a chance of going home.
I think it is way more up for grabs than anybody thought it was going to be. What Shay just did.
Yeah. So from that, am I gathering that Shay would have been the boot here?
Her name was definitely being thrown out, and she also heard that her name was being thrown out.
So she did the right thing.
Yeah.
She did the right thing
Yeah.
for herself.
She was lit like a jack-o'-lantern. She turns the whole group meeting into 4th of July. She was playing defense like no other. She was just lit up.
Before the immunity, we're all like, let's sit in a circle. We're all together. Kumbaya. Camp rock. But after it was like, okay, well, I guess we have to start making decisions. Everybody was talking to everybody, so there was no like clear, like, oh, they're obviously aligned together, but it was definitely a scramble.
Keeping their own asses safe. That's pretty much it. Everybody wants to make it through this vote. We've talked back over there about keeping the tribe strong so we can actually win in challenges and not have to be back here.
I think all of us are kind of like our heads are everywhere. Like we're all kind of bouncing back and forth between different conversations, trying to piece together like maybe where a majority would be because nobody wants to be left out of a vote.
It's definitely a tough decision to make. I don't want to make any decisions, but we lost, and so we have to.
This is crazy. I'm not expecting this.
Okay. We're throwing a loop like this left. 2 minutes.
We're still scrambling like some huevos.
We'll give y'all about 60 more seconds and then we'll call it there. So we'll start with Brian since you're there.
No one knows I'm playing.
There's a lot of names out there, but I think this is where the majority is, hopefully.
Okay, I will go tally the votes. If anyone has an item or an advantage and you want to play it, now is the time to do so. Okay, great. I'll read the votes. The first vote is for John. The next vote is for Keenan. The next vote is John. That's 2 votes John, 1 vote Keenan. Fourth vote is for John. That's 3 votes for John. That's 4 votes John. The first player voted out of the game is John. John, 5 is enough. Please bring me your toy. John, thank you for playing. In this case, the tribe is spoken. I'm sure that was a difficult decision to make, but this game is full of those, and they'll be harder and more to make to get to the end. So, best of luck to you all in the rest of the day.
Not being here is kind of doubling my value as a puzzle solver.
Either you or me, and hopefully it's you.
Nothing but respect. You're good at puzzles. You're a vet.
As you write, say goodnight.
Played too hard out of the gate. Gotta get burned.
That is all for the first episode of Blue Ridge Survivor Season 2. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time to see the ramifications of Shay's mutiny, the next immunity challenge, and as always, who will be the next player voted out of Blue Ridge Survivor Season 2. We'll see you next time.
What the heck, Alikite? I'll hold her back. I'll hold her back. I'll hold her back. Hold her back.